Next on HBO.
What the fuck?
Strangely, there's some photos.
Space, the final frontier. It's a cold opening. I like it.
This is
look at
Devil's
that.
Rock in America. This has some significance later on.
Ooh, Devil's Rock. Is that from Devil's Pass?
Can't remember. But it's a national park.
Devil's Rock.
I knew that bitch didn't sink. It's right there.
There it is!
I will admit on this though, they ended up using some good 3D animation for this.
Is that what this is? Because it looks pretty real.
Is like there are actual full model ships of some of the White Star Line.
Oh, well, I take it back.
Well, something's
Oh,
weird
there
about
it
that front
goes.
smoke.
Oh no,
Yeah, what's going on there?
the King in Yellow's been summoned.
Those almost look like eyes too.
Ooh. The ship's mad.
A power surge. I mean, it is sinking.
Yeah. Ayo?
What?
What if somebody tried to destroy what was on these ships?
It's like an explanation as to why they tried to sink these ocean liners.
And their strange alternate history. Oh, that don't look good.
Bro, see, this would have been interesting if you tried to do that with the Bismarck. You know, the unsinkable German sub. Or was it a no, it was a battleship, my bad.
Yeah.
Why'd I say sub? I'm thinking about Subway too much.
You're fucking hungry.
I'm hungry.
I
That was
don't
it?
blame you.
Oh, I wanted
Like,
more.
I only had gamer subs when I woke up. I forgot to go grocery shopping today.
What flavor did you have?
Hang on. JFJ brand snake oil.
I don't know if I would drink an apple pie, but you know.
Well, it's apple pie flavored, and it's actually pretty
I
damn
know,
delicious.
I know, but like, I like to eat apple pie. I don't know if I would drink that flavor.
No, it's not like crust or anything. It's the apple pie flavor. You know the feeling of apple
Wait.
pie. It's pretty much that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it's like apples and cinnamon. That's what it tastes
Pretty
like.
much, I believe. Yeah. Next up, the introduction to Project Britannica.
Encyclopedia Britannica. Those dang Yanks.
Can't remember. Does this have narration or just text?
I don't know, but PBS is getting desperate.
Bruh.
We just neglect to give them to buy them tote bags. Oh,
I mean, they are.
Oh,
Censored.
30-minute presentation. Oh no, censored.
It's something censored.
welcome to the
What?
project. This introduction tape will guide you through the history of our corporation and prepare you for full-time employment on Project Britannica. Let's go to 1911. In the early spring of 1911, the The RMS Mauretania departed for New York but never arrived. She was presumed to have sunk somewhere in the North Atlantic after no trace of her was found by any ships in the area, nor a single transmission from her wireless set. After going missing for over 3 months, the Mauretania was found floating abandoned in the mid-ocean by the RMS Olympic on June 17, 1911. All 2,434 people aboard it were missing, and the ship's black hull was stripped of all paint, exposing the original white exterior she wore in the summer of 1906 during her launch. A crew of 23 from the Olympic ventured across the water to the Mauretania and managed to climb their way up using ropes hanging from the lifeboat davits of the Mauretania. Passengers on the Olympic noted a harsh stench in the area and assumed it was coming from the ship.
It's stinky ship. Oh no, LA Beast is on there.
If you notice,
And what I had to do in order to make the Slimburger mac and cheese was utilize this gas mask.
He had to wear a gas mask?
Beast is on
if
there.
you notice that the text on there included the word mesh.
He came with his dang Limburger
Mesh?
mac and cheese.
Let's take a look at this assessment tape from 96. Unfortunately, we had a quick little flash of text.
Hey, I was born in 1996.
In
Like
March?
April, May, June, July. 5 months from now.
Look what you missed out on.
Look what I
Did I
missed
nail
out
it?
on.
Why did they keep the Olympic? I believe.
Dang it me, why didn't I like claw my way out of my mother's womb as a zygote?
You missed out, truly.
Yeah, truly. I missed out.
Even if this is 3D, this is very nice.
Yeah, like a lot of these are made in Blender. They're very nice.
Very lovingly put together. This looks real. I mean,
Yeah, and the filter is fucking mint.
It's the filters that do it. A lot of this is like three-dimensional, realistic-looking models. And like hallways and junk.
Yeah.
But it's the filters that keep it looking realistic.
some like backroom cinematography. I like it.
That's what I love from this community. Is like, this is art that like they've made or a friend made for them.
Need some new lights to be fitted.
Like this was all made from scratch. See, you can actually like see the fragmenting of the floor. That's where it like kind of breaks the immersion a little. Because the filter couldn't quite capture the way marble flooring actually looks.
Well, they're new carpets from Frank too.
Yeah, the new carpet. Yeah.
They
He
got
tried
some
his
good
best.
Frank is a nice little guy.
But what I will say is like the wood finish and like the hallways and the vending machines look really beautiful.
Want a
Like it's
Coca-Cola.
very, yeah, I feel immersed when I look at those.
Better remind Mac to move his tools. Lazy bones.
Yeah, look at how like, yeah, that was like a. I don't know
Get
why.
lights to this corridor.
I don't know why that toolbox felt very out of place, like where it was positioned.
Television to replace that mirror stand because this is the 90s, man. Place 1911 fans and museum storage.
Oh, I know what it is. It's like the way the light hits things.
Where'd that toilet sign go?
We don't
And
think
look,
about it, but our brains kind of, ooh. Destroy the mesh. Is that a face in the mesh?
I didn't see.
It's bobbing and moving.
And in later tapes, it can kill you.
Don't touch it.
Don't fuck with it or it'll fuck you up. The stench is horrid.
Horrid. What is it? It looks like a bunch of jello.
It sings.
It sings.
Oh, so basically here's our to-do list. Clean up the corridors, refit some new fans, store the old fans in the museum, get that Muzak system in order, put in some new carpets for the C deck, and make sure we get rid of that fucking lethal thing before it tries to kill anybody on staff or the visitors. Because you don't want that to happen in your somehow oddly preserved fucking ocean liner from the early 1900s that
No.
strangely hasn't even sunk or got dismantled or fucking turned to scrap.
They didn't have insurance back then. You just had to pay out of pocket for this crap.
Double-decker bus re in Europe?
Yeah, this
Hey.
entire series pretty much takes place, except for Devil's Tower, I think, in
Opposite side of the
America.
road,
This
that
pretty
good
much
boy.
takes place in England, where White Star Line's operations were.
That would make sense. Okay.
Yeah, we're pretty much... The area specific to this story takes place in South Shield, England.
Actually, they might have had insurance in the 90s. I'm not sure like when insurance was started.
Sharp pro tip: insurance wasn't invented until the 90s.
Insurance has been a thing since like back in the pirate days, but like...
When was insurance invented?
We're spreading misinformation, Gonzo. Shut up.
Insurance date from several thousand years before the Christian era. Chinese merchants devised a system for protecting themselves from losses of ship cargo resulting from storms, pirates, or anything else that could go wrong at sea.
Oh, China got a W on that one.
Oh god.
You know what's funny? The insurance origin came from Britannica.
Hey, see?
This
You
phone
viewers
is
thought
aware.
this conversation was irrelevant. It is. We're informing you.
Very relevant. It was very relevant. Insurance is important. Apparently, insurance is thousands of years old, and the Chinese came up with it.
They might have invented it, but we perfected it. Just ask anybody who has to deal with having their claims rejected.
Or turned it into a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
And if you want to save money too, hit up a Progressive with our code MEDIA at checkout.
Okay, next one is a dot mauve, and we're going to be opening up on some Rick Astley because this guy decided that on his tape from the 80s where he was decided to like document some fucking early MTV, he took that tape and decided to just slam it into a camcorder and trespass onto the Olympic.
Oh, okay.
So, let's open up on... I know we
Why did
overheard,
Rick
like,
Astley
Never Gonna
show
Give You Up, but, like, Together Forever is actually also a banger tune.
Just to
from,
remember, Rick Astley made other songs.
Yeah. Also, some of the songs are kind of at least era accurate. When the ones that they were also included in like some of these scenes as well. Because I believe Together Forever came just before this recorded tape. I can't remember precisely the date because I looked this up.
That
But it's
whole
been a while.
Astley thing. That whole Astley thing makes me think of Tales from the Dark. When like that pizza commercial popped up.
Pizza commercial? No wait, I don't think that was a
pizza ad.
No wait, I think it was either Analog Archives or Event
Analog
Media
Archive.
Center.
Ah! That's one hell of a deal! See, I don't remember everything we've reacted to, but I remember key moments.
I mean, I did have to deal with all this shit, so.
Poop. Don't say the shit word.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should probably have a keyword. I'll give an explanation, Ricky, after this. I'll include it in the video because it's worth telling. Oh, I forgot. Loud volume.
They got better with the lighting.
Some of these are like posted a little bit out of order, but I'm using a playlist in their intended order.
He made it to the elevator.
But I don't think it's going up in time.
Let me guess, it could like get through the cracks in the elevator or something.
Well, you are dead. No big surprise.
Oh my God.
What was the entity? It was like roaring and making noises.
Very primal.
And then we
Oh,
come
it's Rick
back.
Astley.
It was Rick Astley. Makes perfect sense.
We use never gonna give you up too much. He's mad.
He's very mad.
Together forever. He brought that guy together forever with him.
I feel like
my gosh.
that might have been some symbolism, like this thing
Oh,
like
for sure.
assimilates you or something.
Oh god, yeah. A little bit, yeah, because later on you'll understand. Now, real quick, just so we can understand, I joined some friends and they ended up deciding on stream to read My Immortal on Twitch. While pretty much it was a bunch of artistic friends, and we were basically just reading it out loud just to go through it all that was published before this person decided to drop off the face of the earth. But Twitch is very particular if you use certain words. They get especially angry if you talk about committing
Oopie.
suicide or telling people to go kill themselves. So instead,
unaliving.
Yeah, you'll
so,
have to.
So
you have
yeah,
to, like,
they
bleep
ended up
those.
altering with like, not just unaliving. They decided to go with completely different keywords like tax evasion and go eat
Yeah.
tacos.
YouTube gets a poopy butthole about those things too.
The
so
new
you
one is
gotta-
self-deletion. I think there's
self-deletion. Did they go?
Yeah.
Did they finally find like Game End and they like added that one to the list?
Oh come on.
in
Is
Minecraft.
that what they're doing? Like taking our alternate terms and actually adding those to the censorship list? Because that's actually kind of messed up.
Oh God, I hope not. I mean, there's a reason why we're going with keywords. You want to please the advertisers. We're trying to do that for you in a way that only us would understand. If you try to understand that shit too much, if you think about it too much, all of a sudden the English language as a whole will never be able to be advertiser friendly.
I've genuinely asked myself, at what point are we going like the fucking Newspeak route?
Ugh. It's not like I'm going to be having to censor shit like suicide or death because it's on the fucking screen. We just watched the guy died, ended up taping himself his own death over fucking Rick Astley. It's not like...
alive. Minecraft.
All right, let's take a look at this February 1988 SS Olympic Mess Report.
Yeah,
By John McClure.
by law. Hey, look, there's the elevator that guy got killed in.
He left a mess.
Yucky.
There's the captain doing his best to not be there.
He ain't going down with this ship. Not like the Titanic's one.
Yeah, he ran for it.
An ejection seat.
Launched himself into space.
Fuck you losers. Bye.
Time to abandon ship.
Hockey sticks.
Yeah, they kind of look like it.
What perspective are we looking at the hall, like the overpass?
That one
from?
was just looking above with the looking up to above through the staircases.
I like the candelabra. That looks nice.
Yeah.
What's for dinner?
I wonder what's for dinner.
Whoever did the music, you're killing it.
Really killing it.
Yes.
It's very 80s. Very cold.
Synthy.
Yeah.
What is that, like slow synth?
Yeah.
It's just like ambient, synth.
Yeah, like the kind they play in malls sometimes.
Yeah.
Or no, wait, that's vaporwave, I think.
Whoa! Is that
SS
fire?
Olympic
Is it
Elevator
blood?
A-Cam
I believe that
is the mess that was left.
is the mesh.
Oh my
And
god.
there's the man.
There is no fucking body left from the way it looks.
You still coming into work tomorrow?
God.
Man, I don't think so, man. I'm not feeling good.
You don't have any PTO though.
Look, man. I'm gonna let them lay me off. I'm serious. They're not giving me enough hours. I'm in pain right now. Like, how can I get up from being covered in this giant napkin?
Your wall is moving, sir.
Yeah.
That's more of the
And-
mesh.
This is
God,
what happened.
imagine if this got out to the public, though. Just, yay,
This-
hey, you remember the ships of old? We still got them, but one minor thing, they're kind of inhibited by this fucking creature that can kill you.
You
That's
know,
why they
this is what-
sunk it.
This is what happens when you don't, like, reinstall your
gum.
installation. Chew 5 gum. I was going for a home design thing, but sure, we'll talk about 5 gum.
That would be like a fucking hilarious short to do. Somehow
Five
trying to
gum.
incorporate this with 5 gum.
5 gum is overrated. I'm trying to make enemies out of every advertiser now.
Whoa.
I'm on the warpath.
I'm more a fan of
Anyways.
double McGum.
Here's
Double-
some stabilized footage of the RMS Titanic.
Bruh.
Some actual fucking footage of the actual Titanic.
The White Star Line.
Yep, that's the company it was operating under. I believe this is, if memory serves me, I think the ship left Ireland after dinner. Coffee is served in the dining room lounge, seats 300. All fancy and shit.
I wonder if they used actual silent film footage or if they made this from scratch.
I believe this is actual public domain footage.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, there are some public domain films that this used. And one of the previous ones, the driving scene, that was actual film that someone had uploaded to YouTube of 80s era driving.
I wonder if ships still have, like, really old-timey elevators like this.
Well, considering that just happened with an old-timey elevator, yeah.
Ah, but we're in the 80s, Gonzo.
Oh,
Dang,
that's
communists
spreading.
probably did it.
I believe this diagram is how much this fucking monster has inhibited the Olympic.
Oh boy. E-Hungy. It seems like it's slowly working its way up the floors. Like, slowly but surely, it's trying to assimilate the entire ship.
Is that for the ship or a certain person? Like, what does it want about this vessel? Is it a religious thing? Like, there's something, you know what I mean? Some kind of mark or a spell?
Yeah, what is
Curious.
the...
Well,
Yeah, I
let's
don't
see
know.
if we can continue on and figure it out.
Some kind of
Let's
sigil?
go-
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Now,
this a
let's deal
cult?
with the Lusitania.
Ooh.
We have some archives of this. And this
Ooh.
here goes into the alt history a whole lot more because in that world, we never got the Titanic movies on VHS. We got something else. Lost Lusitania arrives in Liverpool 8 days before disaster.
I like alt history when it's done really well.
Yep. Imagine a world where instead of the Titanic sinking in the North Atlantic by an iceberg, we got Lusitania.
Inform me about the Lusitania, Gonzo.
Basically, it's just the sister ship to the Titanic. Like some of these.
Is that the same one they called to help for?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I don't think they called help to it because it was going a different way, I thought. Wasn't Titanic going to New York or something?
Yeah, it was pretty much
well-
leaving from Europe to New York.
Okay.
When they were sinking in the Titanic, I remember they placed a call for like one of the ships to help, but they didn't like pick up in time.
Here's that alt history.
September 1st, you can own the adventure of a lifetime.
The adventure of a lifetime.
The Lusitania on VHS.
From England across the Atlantic to New York. Its 2,200 passengers include 10.
Imagine if you make like a movie about a
the biggest and most luxurious
a
of its
historical
day,
tragedy,
so
and you
well
call
built
it an
with separate
adventure.
watertight compartments. They say it's unsinkable. It's an iceberg.
I'm sure that's what
A
they were
movie
thinking the whole
recreating
time.
the
What an
tragic
adventure!
scene.
Yeah, like if they made a movie about a certain like Twin Tower event, and they were just like,
Oh,
"Oh, own this
Don't-
adventure on DVD."
Don't downplay it. There are dozens of September 11th movies.
73 years after that
There are,
tragedy,
and
a team of American
all
and
of them
French
call it a
scientists reported
tragedy,
that
not
the
an
wreck has been
adventure.
found. The scientists used remote
I
controlled
think someone
scanners
tried to
and
make an
cameras
adventure
in
out of
special
it,
containers to
but
withstand
well,
enormous
they didn't
pressure
really
deep
advertise it as
underwater.
such.
It's so messed up.
We'll let 'em
That
out.
that is a face. I see a face.
We sadly forgot to backtrack to look at the frames, but here they are. This one says they won't let them out, and we can only see bits of this one that we believe is from the Godzilla movies, which is, the arrogance of man is thinking nature is in his control and not the other way around.
They say most of it is in one piece. They intend to leave this grave
Nope.
site undisturbed, but others may be attracted by the diamonds.
That's a
and
whole
other
big can of nope.
Now, there's an interrogation that happened with somebody who, somehow is still alive and still youthful.
So these entities look like some kind of slime. I don't know like what they are.
Yeah, this slime's a little complicated. Why don't we check out this interrogation of a guy who somehow was on one of the ships, but somehow was able to live to an interrogation decades later.
Has he been made immortal?
Or preserved somehow, or kept alive.
He was pickled in a mason jar.
Here we are, opened on some offices. Small little model ship. I'm gonna put that in a big, huge glass bottle.
You couldn't get a bottle big enough for that.
Oh, you can. Have you never dealt with like moonshine fucking jugs?
No.
what?
MS-DOS is crashing again.
Fucking
Boy, is it
Windows.
crashing.
Oh,
Bill
no.
Gates didn't perfect Windows enough.
This is why we should have let Stevie Wonder invent a computer instead of Steve Jobs.
Oh, I'm sorry, Steve Apple.
Steve Apple.
No, I'm referencing that.
John
So this is our
Microsoft.
man. So this is our man that we will be interviewing in this little interrogation. Let's figure out how the hell he managed to live.
Very young boy, man.
Can't remember if he was on the Olympic or the Lusitania.
Both.
Yeah. Meanwhile, let's take a little bit more of a look into Project Britannica, a guide to the ships. The first set. Yeah, this one has
Welcome to the Project Britannica.
There we go.
This tape is designed to guide new employees into their assigned ships from Set 1 and to familiarize employees with the inhabitation level of their assigned ships. This tape will cover the first set of Project Britannica's ships, those being the SS Mauretania,
They're now, instead of the RMS, it's
the
just
SS
SS.
Prometheus, the
These
SS
ships are
Empress of Britain,
huge.
and the SS Olympic. Ship 1 of Set 1, SS Mauretania, inhabitation level 0. Employees assigned to Mauretania must only board the ship in specially provided suits, with no less than 12 people boarding the ship at a time.
Can't have too many
Employees
casualties.
must communicate to the outside team every minute with an exact location on the ship, according to the provided deck plans. 3 of Set 1, SS Empress of Britain, inhabitation level 55. Employees assigned
like it's
to
already
Empress
leaking.
of Britain may board the ship without the provided suits, but only if entering the topmost decks of the vessel. Any employees venturing below Deck B must wear the provided suits and communicate their position with their employees on a higher deck every 5 minutes according to the
I
deck
wonder
plans.
what those suits are about.
Ship 4 of Set 1, SS Olympic,
Lots and lots of censorship.
inhabitation level 95. Employees assigned to SS
Lusitania survivor Will McGovern. Project Britannica interview 1987. So how the hell is a survivor
Are you a
who
communist
was
spy?
19 in 1911 is now 22 in 87?
This interview will be recorded and used for the purposes of Project Britannica.
That
Take
doesn't
as much
seem
time as you
possible.
need. If you want to take a short break or would prefer to write down your account, please.
I'm fine speaking.
Well then, let's begin. What was your role aboard the Lusitania in April of 1911?
Well, I'd been assigned to a third-class steward on Lusitania, after Mauretania had went missing a few months before. Most of the lads I worked with there were new recruits. Most of our current Lusitania
Y'all
crew
see
had
that
left.
thing coming out of his nose?
don't
That's
think
not
many of them
blood.
Wanted to be on that ship.
They didn't want to be on the ship?
Oh no, sir.
I'm not
Not
sure what that
after
is.
Mauretania.
Could be
Many
blood
of those
though. I
lads had
mean,
wives
it
and
was a
children at home.
disaster. I wouldn't be surprised if people
I
were
was just
bleeding,
happy
trying
to
to
be out
like
of a mines and somewhere
get
clean.
off a ship that's
You had sailed
sinking
before this?
in the middle of the
Never,
ocean.
sir. This was my first sailing.
Ironclad and
Ironberg
Company
recruit.
mines.
Few of the
This
lads I
one's
worked
also
with
an
had the
important name
Pennines
to
were aboard
remember.
in the cargo
It will
holds.
be brought up again.
Some as clean as on the deck. Another
All of a sudden,
lad
I'll be
was
giving
with
you a
me in
pop
third
quiz
class.
afterwards.
How would the voyage been before the night of the 22nd?
A fine one indeed, sir. Over Lucy was a grand thing, you know. And we were practically flying across the Atlantic with a pace
So they're
we had
not
us going
questioning
at.
the fact that they've been
I think one of
interviewing
the
a guy that
deckhands
was
told me we'd
19 in
crossed 27 knots on
1911 and is 22 now.
Ship
You weren't
2
supposed to
of
live,
Set
Will.
2, SS Aquitania, inhabitation level 85. Employees assigned to SS Aquitania may board the ship without the provided suits, but only if entering the uppermost decks of the vessel. Key hotspots on the vessel are the engine rooms, the aftmost boiler rooms, the grand saloon, and the galleys. Ship 3 of Set 2, SS Waratah, inhabitation level 43. Employees assigned to
I'm
SS
guessing
Waratah
habitation
may
levels
board
on a
the
scale of 0 to 100. But
So
anyways,
what were you doing at the time of the collision?
We were readying the saloon for breakfast, sir. Few of the other lads were in there during the collision, and we were thrown to the floor, you know. Bits of the iceberg came in through windows and shattered the glass. We all ran up to the top deck to see it pass the stern. It was a huge thing, you know, towered right above the funnels. And there was ice all along the promenade deck, from forward to aft.
And what did you do after the collision?
We were told to report to the top deck in an event of an accident. They will.
oop, couple more.
Wait, was he on the...
There was something with that ship, with all of those ships. We weren't oblivious to it, you know. I saw with my own eyes the Mauretania when they dragged her back in. She was practically
He was
a
on the
wreck.
Mauretania
But just
as
doesn't
well?
happen by
I was
itself.
right?
Please, Mr. McGowan, if you would just...
20 years you've kept us in here. 20 bloody years since you ever brought us all in here. It's been so long. I don't even know where we are anymore. Just tell me, for the love of God. What
Are
was
you
that
guys
thing
noticing
in
stuff with the
Lusitania
picture?
and the Mauretania?
You know I can't.
Oh my god.
Tell me. Tell me.
I may have to do a comparison at the start and here.
You all know. Please just tell me what the hell happened on my ship. Please, before I can't remember anymore.
Will McGovern is freaking the fuck out. And I think they just disposed of him.
Oh my god.
Well, not only did that got ugly, but it left a huge mess.
Also, he said my ship. Was he the captain?
Right?
Maybe
What was
a
that about?
staffer. Oh, it's storming today in South Shields. As we soothe our way with a little Fleetwood Mac.
Right.
Okay, why is the ship in the woods?
Not really. Just a tree line.
Why do they have trees on a ship?
No, it's just up on the
It's the
things.
background.
Yeah.
Get ready to show your old thumbnail, Gonzo.
Music is copyrighted, probably.
It's gonna be like, tell me lies. I knew it.
Now the Mauretania TBS Superstation and Granada
Canada
Studios. Granada is a legit studio. They offered a series of Sherlock Holmes episodes.
In shipbuilding have led the world to great new heights.
And yeah,
The great nations of the world connected by
yeah, the
magnificent
cable
liners.
channel TBS
But two
was
ships,
just initially
the
just a
biggest and
superstation in
fastest of their
Georgia,
day, would
like
send the
WTBS
industry into
officially.
turmoil. And over 4,000 people to their deaths. Their
The
names,
civilian ships are like a
Mauretania
utilization for
and
like
Lusitania.
immigration or something like that, aren't they?
A bit, yeah. I mean, this was before we were able to get a hold of like jet planes.
Yeah, it's like how you bring new civilians to an area that's like has plenty of labor to go around
Yeah.
to assist in that country's economy, I think.
Or at least have a fresh start from a country you don't want to deal with anymore, and then go to a new world and hope for the better.
Ah, yes, the sanctuary ship.
These people thought that, you know, the Titanic was big, but I remember a comparison. Most modern cruise ships
June 9th would become a
dwarf,
pivotal
make the
day
Titanic
in the
dwarf
annals
in
of
comparison.
maritime history. It was the day the construction of a new ocean greyhound began with the laying of her keel. The struggling Cunard line, reeling from the loss of the Campania in 1904, faced stiff competition from the latest White Star Line steamers, whose luxurious appointments and passenger services were proving to be superior in almost every way to the Cunard Line steamers. Facing mounting challenges, Cunard was compelled to take decisive action. At Swan Hunter Shipyard, where fatigue was palpable amongst the crew working tirelessly 7 days a week, one poignant incident stood out. Max McManister, a 17-year-old from South Shields, unfortunately became unwittingly entangled in a tragic.
I'm sure one of those is Gonzo. I
Began
just
as
don't
a
know
lighthearted
which.
gesture amongst his peers, tragically left Max trapped within the Mauretania's double bottom, unnoticed by those above.
Clearly it's the one with the
completely
mustache.
entombed within
Yes.
the hull, without any escape. Whispers of
way, Gex.
peculiar
No way,
sound
Gex.
I saw the
and
creature
distant
there.
singing coming from within the unfinished
Did
hull
you?
of the vessel circulated in
Somebody
the yard.
ended up being
Yet
buried in the
truth
hull of the
remained obscured
Mauretania.
until guilt
I saw a little
prompted a
Charmander
revelation
thing.
months later.
Is there a face on the ship, like at the bottom there?
The launch of the
Uh,
Mauretania in
you-
April
you
1906
saw what looked
and
like
outfitting
one,
by
but,
which of the same year stood
it
as a
wasn't because it was a
monumental
monster or
achievement for
anything.
Cunard, heralding the
Something
birth
about
of a new
pattern
era.
recognition or something.
Optical illusion.
Yeah.
I want like the monster to show up obscured in one of these images or something. Or it's like, oh, they tried to hide it, but like, you know.
Months after a grand farewell amidst music and cheering crowds, the Mauretania's fate took a grim turn. Discovered adrift in the Atlantic 3 months later, she was devoid of life.
There's
Are you
the
sure you didn't hit a
Mauretania.
button on the keyboard? Is this a commentary video?
Or like we're just watching some documentary.
I know, right?
Captain McIntyre of the Olympic pointedly described
Fantastic.
the Hunter Seaman's
Sadly,
biography.
Sadly, I
With
wish
perfect
like
stats
there
for
would be an
transfer
option
from
for like
the
some
Trans
sort of
Steamship
riff tracks
Prometheus
X
and the
fucking
Canadian
little
Pacific
thing.
Railway steamer Empress of Britain. The Olympic towed the Mauretania back
We
to
are the
Newcastle.
riff tracks,
The sound
Gonzo.
of the
Get it
witnessed
right.
with awe worldwide.
We're the option. Let's open a Patreon right now. Go subscribe.
We should open a Patreon.
We should do something like the riff track sort of thing. I think
Even
that'd
if
be like
it's
the
like-
best route to go with this.
I basically got an account on Patreon because I wanted to support somebody, and because, well, with Audience
On September
Anarchy, I
1st,
supported the
1911,
map
amid
creator
somber
Jar.
farewells along
Oh,
the
nice.
Tyne,
Threw him a
the
buck for
Mauretania
it.
was told
Maybe
to rise at Scotland,
we'll build
where she
off
met
that.
her end. The legacy of Cunard's greyhounds, marred
Okay,
by
Ricky, I talked
tragedy,
over you. I'm sorry. What were you
included the
saying?
disappearance of over 2,300
nothing.
souls and the
all
loss of more than
Learn about the
1,500 lives.
not
The
Titanic.
names Lusitania and Mauretania would fade into obscurity.
Yeah, this is the archives of the
no longer
Mauretania.
spoken by Cunard.
Oh god.
Apparently Gonzo got drunk before the recording. I'm sorry, audience.
I'm not supposed to drink. What am I doing drinking?
Why'd you
Oh.
do it?
He's drunk off milk.
That
yeah,
would be
roll
bad.
credits. Sorry. I'm sorry, creators.
The lactose intolerant guy.
What the fuck?
This is the best of what was behind the sensor bar in that single frame flicker, zoomed in as best as possible of a 480 resolution frame.
All right, next one is renovations.
Finally. The place has been looking a little bad. And red. Oh.
Let's open
Sunset.
up on this awesome 3D looking.
The ocean looks like carpet.
That is a sick shot.
I do like the shot. The way the sunset's like hitting the ship, I like it. I feel like I'm watching a sci-fi movie, like on the Sci-Fi Channel.
I bet Sci-Fi ended up commissioning that one Titanic 2 movie or whatever. That they probably also tried to do that shit as well before they ended up doing a little IRL sequel where they try to recreate the ship and sail it through the actual intended route.
Are you guys noticing that the backways
whoa.
that the ship's creating are extremely elongated?
Yeah, that's what I was like, whoa.
Oh, must be some calming, very calm ocean.
I thought something swam in the water.
Yeah, something swimming in the water after them or something attached to them.
There we go. Okay, recorded March 1988. We're dealing with a mystery stain throat.
Not as interesting as Mystery Science Theater.
Thank you for attending this evening, Mr. Walker.
There they are!
It appears that things have escalated. The spore attack aboard SS Olympic has raised concerns
I'm afraid
with the
things
government
have
about the legitimacy of our operations to contain the spores and to ultimately
Yummy.
reduce the likelihood
Should've took the
of this
stairs.
thing becoming public knowledge. The board and I have ultimately decided to continue with our goal of pursuing our efforts aboard the Olympic. As our safest ship of the fleet, we intend to continue on with our live experimentation plan. But for the foreseeable future, we have decided to close the Olympic to the public until full renovations and extermination are complete on the public decks.
Extermination.
This means the eradication
Getting rid of that
all
meshy
visible
problem
mesh
before it
structures
starts
above
killing
the
off
deck and the
tourists and becomes a
containment of the mesh
liability.
to the boiler and engine rooms, and the
Why not just
interior
serve up the
of funnels
polyps with a
3
side
and
of
4.
breadsticks?
The museum
You
has
can
been
eat
closed
some spores.
since February 27th and will remain so until the cleanup operation, interior renovations, and eventual eradication is complete. The public is
Man,
concerned
imagine
with
it's
the
not
state of the
dead.
message that the ship is being renovated and will open
The
in
bigger
years
question
to come.
is,
When we're
can you
back in
kill
operation,
this
we intend
mesh
to open the
infestation?
Olympic up, not just as a
Can it breathe
museum,
underwater?
but a full
Can you
hotel.
burn it?
It'll get many more people in.
Given
and
how
we
it
can
managed to
begin see how
live
this
as
thing reacts
sinking,
to
it
larger
can
groups of
probably
people.
breathe underwater.
We have only seen this
Or
thing attack
If
when
it's a
rely on oxygen.
Oscar
If it's a
ships have been
spore
down
or
there.
fungus, water won't kill it. It subsists off
We've
of
had
moisture.
the engine and boiler rooms sealed off since 1911, and we've never
Which would
run into
explain
a
why it's
problem
on a
like this
ship.
the Olympic before.
Plenty of
So
moisture.
as long
Mm-hmm.
as the hotel guests are kept away from the engine rooms,
If it's
we
a
have
living mold, you know what else has
nothing
moisture?
to worry about.
Humans.
Hey, you get what I'm putting down.
Alright, here's how phase 1 of the renovation scheme is gonna go.
It's
that
fine to
part.
me.
So they're gonna take out the marble and replace it with carpeting.
Oh. Something about carpet?
Does it like the marble?
No doorways. No carpet.
Carpet's kind of tougher to clean anyway. I don't know why people would go for that.
I told you it was that carpet company. That Frank guy has it coming.
Wait, if it's a mold or a fungus, carpet would make the situation worse.
Maybe it's not a mold or fungus.
That's why my building has most. That's why my building used to have fucking carpeted apartments, but because of continual bed bug infestations, not anymore. All pretty much tiling and shit.
Huh.
Looking kind of spiffy. If it only wasn't such a death trap, but probably like actually spend money and get on board it. Like being on an actual piece of history that shouldn't even exist today. I don't know what price fucking possibly disease-ridden fucking cruise ship. So I believe this is February 26, 1988. So basically, we're back on that date to where this intruder who got on board the ship pretty much got himself killed by the mesh. Sounded like a truck trying to downshift. Is it more of that tape from togetherforever.mov?
I feel like something's gonna happen.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
The eerie calm before the storm.
Like, I can't even say eerie calm. Because, like, you're just listening to that VHS static.
That's all we're hearing, too.
I thought Gonzo was just letting one go.
I ain't letting one go. Oh shit! A gas leak!
I'm very uneasy watching this. Very dark.
No.
I see something
It's
move.
analog horror. I guess we wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, just turn this off. It's too scary.
Yep, shit.
That's what we're here for.
Oh, don't go deeper.
It feels like if something bad happens, the hallways are designed to make it hard to escape.
I mean, that's one of the main problems aboard the Titanic, I believe.
Like they're feeding it.
Well, the Titanic's hallways were narrow, weren't they?
And a bit confusing.
Yeah, these hallways are wide and expansive.
We even
Actually,
hearing the noises of the fucking camcorder zooming in and out.
how does the mesh even move? We haven't seen it move.
Ooh, that's a bright ass light.
My brother in Christ, you flashed the crew at 3 a.m. with 14 flash bulbs.
Missing an hour and 13 minutes of footage.
Oh my god.
Damn, we got some interference going on.
We also have more hidden frames. This one was brought up in Will's interrogation.
You had sailed before this?
Never, sir. This was my first sailing. They were hiring whoever they could. A few of the lads I worked with up in the Pennines were aboard in the cargo holds. Some as cleaners on the deck. Another lad was with me in third class.
This one is of Devil's Tower, and where it is. Why it's here will be explained later. And text about this reoccurring character. I wonder why it's here.
Man, what happened in that hour and 15 minutes?
1988.
Yep.
It was
That's
the
when
comic.
this incident took place.
Well,
And
there's
there
the
we
elevator.
go.
What the
There's-
fuck?
And there's that incident from Together Forever.
Oh, continuation.
We had a bit of a silhouette with Devil's Tower.
So evidently it like straight up stopped the elevator and then attacked. Guy made a really bad decision.
Bad decision, Mark. "2:43 a.m. Oscar S."
So it's like some kind of mold then? Is that how they're describing it?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
So there's like a strange thing down here. I don't really know how to describe it. It looks kind of like my grandma.
I guess it wasn't his grandma.
What fucking thing managed to call his fucking house?
Ah, beautiful
Any idea?
music. My heart will go on. No.
I'm not sure it appeared here yet.
Yet.
This is about as uber creepy as, well, and I ended up finding this out too. There is actual audio and video recordings of the plaza at the base of the World Trade Center towers during the September 11th attacks that were still playing this kind of music on the speaker systems.
That's fucked
Just as
up.
the chaos was happening.
Oh my god, imagine running from your life.
Yeah, it's just like this really calm music while hell is just like breaking loose around you.
Yeah, it's like adding to the chaos. Driving you insane. That's awful.
Yeah, calm music wouldn't make things calm in those kinds of situations, would it?
Yeah.
The water looks great.
Love it. Oh. That is such a good pan. I like that.
Yeah.
That's like an opening for an HBO series right there.
Dear friend. Let's enjoy some summertime things.
Summertime.
Well, this was a 4-minute video. Almost 5 minutes. And then some screams.
Summertime things. Just things about the summertime.
We're replaying audio from the Will McGovern interrogation.
This will be relevant later.
Here's edited footage of a Titanic adaptation, but we're still in a universe where instead it's the Lusitania singing in its place.
Yeah, so people were still like crushed and drowned in junk.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like.
Tower.
Oh, I see.
Director Stainthorpe and the board. Let's see. Okay. A closure of the iron ore mining site in and around the Devil's Tower National Park to take effect on July 6, 1984, with the immediate termination of all employees and staff, with witnesses and the spores to be rounded up and brought for interview. Director Stainthorpe and the board have ultimately decided to now intend on the closure of all mining sites in and around the Pennines region, awaiting government approval from Mrs. Thatcher and her cabinet. So we were under Iron's old Maggie herself.
Iron! The ship!
I forgot her nickname, though. Margaret Thatcher's nickname. Iron Maggie or something like that.
The ships. They used iron from this closed mine in the Devil's Tower.
That's what it is. The ores.
Yeah.
Let's see. Before public announcement, further witnesses to spores from the Pennine site could also be rounded up and brought for interview. Board will decide what to do with the interviewees afterwards.
Oh, it all makes sense now. It's all coming together.
We're dealing with some cursed iron.
And or the iron itself. The ship is the entity.
Oh shit. That's why you gotta destroy the ship.
They realized that. So either the entity sunk the ship because, like, it got its fill, or they sunk the ship to keep it from getting out.
Why don't we check out Anthony Sethia's Summertime Things as he goes to England in the summer of '87.
Hey! Double-decker buses!
They arrive in Durham on June 18th. Here they arrive at South Shields. Rogan the bird!
He's my favorite actor.
Reminds me of the fucking squirrel from, I believe, Monument Mythos.
That was the best squirrel ever. That squirrel is a national hero.
Here's a helicopter tour taken on June 25th.
Whatever happened to projectability? Who's man the paper boy?
Hey!
It looks like a sitcom intro with the helicopter shot.
Yeah. Everywhere there's a heart, there's a heart. Yeah.
Thank you for being a friend.
Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. Oh shit.
At Oscar Dad's Work, July 29th.
Is Dad his last name?
No. We're dealing... I believe our friend Anthony has a friend whose dad is working aboard the ship.
Ah, okay. Don't let that thing dock.
No!
It's already too late. It's docked.
Oh no. It's gonna be a follow-up. Everyone's gonna be contaminated with that shit now.
You know, that's probably the worst thing is the entity's not limited to the ship.
Oh, if it gets out, that whole town's doomed.
Yeah, I don't think the mesh is mold at all. It's like sentient iron or some crap.
Expedition, I believe, will answer more.
Like the ship itself, I think, is the creature.
This one's 11 minutes. Thank God it's not too long.
How's it going, Sinatra? Man,
Carnival Cruise. You too could sail the 7 seas.
Hey.
It's leaving. I don't think it's on that ship. I think it's on mainland.
Oh. Do we know which ship this is?
I didn't see.
I didn't
Could be
see
any
a
of
name.
them.
I didn't see a name.
Oh, we're going upside down again. Because topsy-turvy is a significant angle.
Stranger Things.
I could see Stranger Things as an influence on this, considering upside down world.
Yep. We're in the upside down now, Gonzo.
Olympic Expedition, April 14th, 1988.
The Olympic was the one where that guy got eaten in the elevator, right?
Yep.
That's the one where the entity was like the most aggressive. But it makes perfect sense because every ship might have an entity.
One of them is a little bit more severe than the others and must be approached with caution.
Yeah. Does that mean like they all have different personalities?
Who knows? Will be an interesting thing to explore.
Like one's more docile and it like bides its time and it like synergizes with the ship. One's aggressive and it like eats people, and one's like unpredictable.
Or, yeah. Would be interesting.
That's my big thing. Is it all like one entity, or were there multiple things living in the iron?
Oh, don't mind me.
Can it be separated? And then, can it be separated and like operate independently or as a collective?
Yeah, like is it one cohesive unit that's like split off, or is it like a
Centro Expose tape, ripped from cassette July 84.
I've just talked with President Reagan and we have everything in order for the closure of our Devil's Tower site later this week.
That was the communists!
Mrs. Thatcher and I have been talking every day now since the strikes began. It's not ideal, but we're going to have to wait till they settle down on the streets.
Man, them cops are looking like, good day to beat your ass, isn't it?
The expedition project.
Oh, you got a license to riot?
Oh, they're going well so.
Mr. Stentor, it's your son. He wants to talk to you about...
Tell him it will have to wait until tomorrow.
Understood, sir.
Oh.
Is that Oscar?
The ideal father figure.
It's been difficult not seeing him, but he seems okay about it.
Boy, you be the ideal fucking antagonist of a Lifetime movie. Like all those fucking Christmas time movies where it'd be like either you work or you get fired. I don't care if it's Christmas.
I work too much. It's destroying my relationship with my family. The end of the movie, I quit. Hey, it's the body, yo.
The body from '88.
I'm wearing Converse.
God, I would love some Converse shoes though.
Converse
Get them
are pretty
online.
sick.
Yeah, but they have my size. I'm a size 13 shoe.
Holy schmoly.
I try to get some At one point, I tried to get some fucking work boots. That way, it'll be like if anything's rugged, I have some work boots, you know, for all around conditions.
It's okay. I'm like a size 11.
It was like over $100 fucking dollars at my at one fucking like clothing store that's like right next to my grocery store.
We're doxing our shoe sizes. What are we videoing?
More expeditions? See what kind of bullshit ends up popping up this time with the monster.
Hey, look, a den. There's just a room.
A nice fucking room, though.
A foyer, maybe?
A lounge?
A lounge, yeah.
Find anything yet? I haven't caught anything up here.
Holy shit, humans!
They're wearing hazmats.
The back rooms.
And I are heading below deck 2.
Oh no.
Yeah, you can tell this has some back rooms influences.
Bro, one of those rooms was a ship, I think.
Yeah, that flash of imagery, yeah, something happened on board this ship. It ended up resulting in a fire at a nightclub and on board the Olympic.
Oh my god.
They posted, the person who made this posted the actual little flashed article on there on the tab page. I could put it up after this.
Yo.
Alright.
Waiting for a boy to get assimilated. Oh, there's the mesh.
Got a lot of it around the entrance to the engine room. Boat deck crew, have them bring aboard
It attacks randomly.
Some of the images flashed were already shown in other entries, such as Will from the interrogation and shots from the introduction video, but these two are new. I never seen them in the previous entries.
Guys!
Did it not kill him?
My mind immediately thought it warped him back to like a different dimension or universe.
Given that this is similar.
Oh shit.
So it's not just a spore, it might be some kind of cosmic entity.
If this is Backrooms inspired, that'd be like a cool little tie-in. Let's see it happen.
It would explain why that Will guy was like so many years old, but it looked like he barely aged.
Where is it?
I'm sure down here time passes fast.
I need assistance.
Emergency door, but it's not there.
Gone. Their emergency door is gone. There's something else down here. Do you hear me?
There goes the theory with the entity is the ship. Where'd the door go? It ate
Where's the door?
And then like formed a wall.
Oh my god!
Oh, it has a body!
What?
We get the fuck out of here! Let's roll down! Come on, crack some shit! Let's go, motherfucker! Go! Go!
That was loud as fuck. Thank God I kept the audio low.
Oh my god.
It can actually form a body when it's chasing people.
Looks like Radical Larry.
I wanted to know how it moves around. Now I know.
Especially at a fucking fast pace.
That's inspired by that mold entity from the back rooms.
The bacteria guy, yeah.
Yeah, the bacteria dude.
When's this game coming out?
And what the hell is in the engine room?
The rest of the mesh.
I think this is the hive.
And then he fell into it.
Oh no.
Whose heart are we hearing?
Hold on.
A little scared.
Remember that theory about the ship being the entity?
Yeah.
It
Oh,
still holds water.
It's beating. Oh my god.
And then we come into Blondie.
I'm okay with this.
And the song is Heart of Glass.
Peace and mind.
How
You probably
fitting.
cut the audio out.
That confirms my theory.
It's just gonna be muted.
Yeah. That I feel satisfied though with my guess.
Yeah.
That's a beating heart. Like what else is it other than the ship is the entity?
Yeah.
Britannica.mov, and then finally TV channel surfing, which is thankfully a short clip.
It's gonna be some kind of lore like, oh well, if we feed it, then it provides reliable
this
transfer.
one's short too. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. They thought they could just keep it. Yeah, we'll just feed it a couple people. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's like it only eats some of the passengers, so like, you know.
Give them an inch, they'll demand a mile. Give them enough rope, and they'll hang all of us.
Problem is, this thing is probably forever hungry, and they didn't realize that. That or because of how big it is, it needs a lot of nutrients. And they didn't think about that.
There it goes. We intentionally blew it up. We are the maniacs.
And we did it because the entity is the ship.
Yeah. Oh my god.
They realized
I
how
don't think we can kill it.
They realized how dangerous these things were, so they're trying to kill them now. That's the Olympic. Remember, we still have like the Lusitania, or is that that would have been
This
the
one was
Lusitania.
called Britannica Mauve. That was the Britannica, I believe. Or Britannic, yeah.
How many ships are there? 3? 4?
There's probably several.
Oh, that's bad. They didn't sink all of them.
That one painting had a couple of them. So, why don't we check out this random ass TV channel surfing from January of 2004 from Sky?
Let's do it.
Now, I'm not going to say sit back and relax because there's not much relaxing about when a nuclear disaster meets a natural disaster. Time for the nail-biting Tuesday movie. It's Atomic Twister.
Oh yes, I know about that movie.
We should watch that.
Totally.
We
should do a
it's a
riff
pretty
track
cheesy
on
ass
Atomic
movie.
Twister.
Yeah, we could do it.
Is Atomic Twister related to Twister?
No. It's one of those cheesy made-for-TV movies.
It used the exact same text as Twister.
Well, copycat because a lot of the movies try to gain popularity on it.
Yeah.
Brother Bear was on. I like that movie.
Date my mate.
Ship, which was missing
Well, like
in
show I hate?
1998, was found earlier today, floating past the Isle of Man, with most of her hull paint stripped
Ah,
clean and
so
no
somehow
sign of those who were last seen aboard.
Olympic
The
went
Royal
to
Navy,
missing
the
and then
Right-hand
got
Team,
found, and there's no
are now
sign of
towing
life
the
on
ship
it in
back to her
2004.
The ship ate everybody.
And that's it, That's all there is for now. I think it's still a continuing update, but we'll do more when there's enough.
We're definitely returning to Britannica.
Yeah.
This is really well done.
I like it.
If I had to give it a rating, but I don't believe in ratings because that's like it's really rude. But 5 stars. You know what I mean? Like this is solid.
I would rate this one Caesar salad out of 1.
That's a better rating. Let's go with that.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry.